Hi guys, this is Nicole Hosky again, showing you a quick video of how I skin edit. So here I start in Photoshop and I hit the spot remover tool. You can see that on the left, and I use the spot healing brush, and with a small brush, which you can change the size of using the bracketing keys left and right, I just remove these main hairs that are really obvious in the shot. I don't mind a lot of hairs going in front of the subject. I do use a fan a lot in my work, so there's often little hairs that come over. But if they're tiny little ones and if they're bugging me, I just remove them. It's best if you use the smallest brush possible. And just neaten that up quickly. Then I'm going on to skin smoothing using the clone stamp. You can see on the left there it's highlighted, and up the top where it says flow, I adjust that to around 10%. Seems to be a good size. And then using your Alt key, you click on the spot that you want to copy from, and then you just, with your left click on your mouse, you just colour in the areas that you want to cover over. Because you're using a very low flow percentage, it's just doing a very small fill. It's like airbrushing on top. I don't go crazy with it. I like to keep some texture, but I don't mind a really sort of smooth skin, quite an airbrushed sort of look. For me, I just don't want to be looking at the skin details in my subjects. I want them to be more like a painting, not so realistic. With the bigger areas like chest and stuff, I use a bigger brush, bigger size brush, and on the face I use quite a small brush to do especially the little pimples or pores, and then I go over with a bigger brush just to do general areas. I think what I'm really doing is just it's just like doing a foundation, a matte foundation. I take down the shine a lot and I even out skin tone. What I'm doing is borrowing from a different area, so I'm borrowing from the chest to do her hand, and that just gives a more just a gentle wash over the whole area. Here, hair colour, you know, if you've got people with colour running out from their roots, you can just quickly, you don't have to remove it completely, but just so it's not so eye attracting in the image. Anything that you leave in the image is going to be information that you want, that you consciously chose to leave. So, you know, if you want to consciously choose to leave the roots a different colour, then make that decision, and that's fine. But I just didn't want it in this particular image. I just felt it was taking away from, I really want this image to be very simple and really about the eyes and just about the colour red and the colour green in her fabric. It's an incredibly simple image, so I just wanted to tone that down a bit. Here I'm doing Dodge. The Dodge brush is, you can see on the left there, the panel, and up the top you can choose midtones, highlights or shadows, and with a low percentage level of brush, I just bring up some highlights in the midtones. I don't really use the highlights dodging. I always set it on midtones or shadows, especially in the eyes, and bring up that colour. And just a bit on the lips sometimes, really low level. This is a a destructive way of dodging and burning. There are other ways to dodge and burn, which I'll be showing later on, which is less destructive to the image, because you're really sort of burning the pixels when you're doing this. I've done it on an extra layer, which you can see on the right. I'm not actually working on the original layer. Now I'm just doing some burning, which I've changed on the left. You can see it looks like a little hand. And I've got it set to mid-tones still. And I'm just deepening the shadows in those areas. Here I'm toggling back between dodging. You can see on the left I've changed. So let's bring out the highlights. Again, just working on the mid-tones in the hair, the hands. Changing the size of the brush, doing the fabric and the chair, so anything that you really want to just pop out. And then just quickly fixing up the backdrop using the clone stamp. And that's the end of today's quick tutorial.